Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel, and I gotta admit that I find the story in part to be rather hilarious. I'm sure you're all aware that for close to half a decade now, there's been a suit against Ripple claiming that XRP is a security. So I'm not talking about the SEC v. Ripple case. I'm talking about the class action lawsuit against Ripple from back in 2018, well, the Zakhanov case. Well, there's a crucial hearing this afternoon. And so by the time you're seeing this, it may have already happened. So at some point, I'll put out another video providing an update once there's clarity on exactly what's going down. But I'll just tell you this. There's a handful of people on the plaintiff's side here that are claiming that XRP is a security and that they're monetarily harmed by Ripple. And the hilarious part comes in when you realize that attorney John Deaton swooped in, representing close to 76,000 XRP holders who say otherwise. And the hearing today is on whether to certify the class action suit against Ripple. Can you imagine being the plaintiff's attorney in this case? And then you've got your handful of people saying, yeah, XRP is a security. And then 76,000 people come and say, no, bitch, you is wrong. Like that is hysterical. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this thing. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And some real brief just table setting stuff here. This is one of the headlines covering the story when it broke almost half a decade ago. The headline here from CoinDesk, June 8th, 2018. Another investor lawsuit claims XRP is a security. Distributed ledger startup Ripple has been named in yet another lawsuit tied to the XRP cryptocurrency, court records show. Investor Vladi Zakhanov filed a class action lawsuit on Tuesday, naming Ripple Labs, XRP2, the company's licensed money services business, CEO Brad Garlinghouse, and 25 anonymous persons as defendants. The complaint was submitted to the Superior Court of California in the County of San Mateo. Zakhanov's claim centers around the allegation that the XRP token is a security controlled by Ripple. The suit states that Zakhanov bought XRP in January 2018 and was damaged thereby. Now, this has always seemed like the most bogus BS nonsense claim. I've always wondered what the real motivation is, and we've speculated about that as, just as a community on the whole. And I don't pretend to have the answer, but come on, like this guy, he held XRP for, I think somebody said it later. I'll pull up in the video, but it'll be up in the video a little bit later. But I think like 2 weeks or something like that. Hell, can you imagine then blaming Ripple? And because look, if you're expecting to have monetary benefit on the efforts of Ripple, which is part of what the consideration would have to be, don't you think you'd probably need to hold the asset for more than 2 weeks? You freaking idiot stick. So again, it's never struck me as genuine in the least. And so now we have this headline from a Crypto Basic article today titled, Date Announced for Public Hearing on Lawsuit Claiming XRP as a Security. A hearing on class certification in the Zakhanov v. Ripple case is scheduled for later today. According to Crypto Law, a U.S. legal and regulatory news platform, the hearing will occur today in California's federal court by 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And so let's pause note, by the time I get this uploaded, this will have probably already occurred. So I'll be looking to talk more about this, and we'll see exactly what happens. But if this isn't certified, I mean, this could be the end of it. That's my understanding anyway. Anyway, piece continues though. Interestingly, the judge has given online access to only 500 members of the public who are required to join the proceedings via a login notice shared by Crypto Law. Quote, the hearing is for oral arguments on the question of certifying the class of XRP holders suing Ripple. So that's from John Deaton's Crypto Law organization. The plaintiff, Bradley Sostak, who claims that XRP is a security, seeks to be the lead plaintiff in the case. He also wants to represent all XRP holders, including those who owned and sold the cryptocurrency at a loss and other investors still holding the asset. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I don't know about you. Well, actually, I probably do know about you. I don't want this guy to represent me in anything in life, period. Certainly not having anything to do with my XRP. He doesn't know anything about why any of us hold our XRP. And, the idea of this jackass who held XRP for 2 weeks and is claiming damages, like a pouty little kid for making an idiot move. The idea that he'd seek to represent me or any of the rest of us in the community, this is such a minority position from anybody that's ever purchased XRP. I mean, when you're talking about like a handful of humans versus about 76,000 being represented by DEATON, there is no comparison. Piece continues. Prominent U.S. defense lawyer James K. Filan also announced the hearing details via his Twitter handle, and he simply wrote, in the Zakhanov case in California, there is a hearing on class certification tomorrow. Because he wrote that yesterday. See below announcement and explanation from crypto law and attorney John Deaton. Now, commenting on the development, the founder of crypto law attorney John Deaton, who represents thousands of XRP holders as amicus curiae, a friend of the court, in the U.S. SEC's case against Ripple, said he would attend the hearing virtually. According to attorney Deaton, the judge does not allow amicus counsel to participate in oral arguments, irrespective of whether the amicus brief has been granted. He described the development as a long-standing rule of the court, adding that the decision does not affect the case. As reported earlier, attorney Deaton filed a motion for leave to file an amicus brief on behalf of more than 75,000 XRP holders in the lawsuit. However, the judge has not ruled on his motion yet. The founder of crypto law asked members of the XRP community not to interrupt the proceedings while pleading that they should not contact anyone associated with the case, including the plaintiff and Ripple's lawyer. Yeah, so that's always good advice. Here, actually, I think I got the tweet pulled up. I can just, I did want to share that with you. Yeah, here's verbatim what John Deaton wrote. So you may recall that regarding the pretrial stuff in the SEC v. Ripple case, there were phone lines set up for the public, and how many people were like? Because I remember initially it may have been like a few dozen or something like that, and quickly, or maybe it was 100, I don't know, it was a smaller number. And then quickly the judge realized we need greater capacity, and then it was increased to, I can't remember if it was like 2,000 or 4,000, might have been 2,000. But either way, the point is, massive capacity increase, and you could actually call in. And so here this is actually, and by the way, those were always maxed out very quickly. But here you actually have to use Zoom, so I don't know if as many people would be inclined to do that necessarily, and this might be not quite as well publicized. So I don't know if it'll get maxed out. I mean, I kind of think the answer is going to be yes, because so many people have Zoom these days, but you have to actually do that, and you can't call in. So it'll be interesting. But again, attorney Deaton said that he planned to be there, and he shared the following on Twitter. Please know that I intend to be on Zoom, but unlike the library hearing, this judge does not allow amicus counsel to participate at oral argument, even if the amicus brief is allowed. This is a long-standing rule of the court, so it has nothing to do with this case. I assume the public will only be in listening mode, but just like I said with the New York hearings, please do not interrupt the proceedings and do not contact Ripple lawyers, the plaintiff lawyers, the court, or anyone else associated with the case. Yeah, so never contact anyone having anything to do with these cases. You're not allowed to do that. You shouldn't do it, and even if you were allowed to do it, which you're not going to be helping anyone. That's for damn sure. And I remember back in one of the first, it might have been the first or second pretrial hearing in the SEC v. Ripple case, somebody shouted out something like XRP to the moon, like, don't, okay, it sounds hilarious, I admit, but don't do that. Like, XRP to the moon. It's like at the end of one of the pretrial hearings. And they may have put everybody in listening mode after that, but, initially, no, you actually could have come in. So if you're not on mute, then people are going to hear you. And then there was another comment. This one I really enjoyed. So attorney Fred Rispoli, member of the XRP community, shared his take on this whole thing. And just kind of illustrating how terrible this is for the plaintiff's attorney here. He said, attorney Rispoli said, "You want to talk about dealing with the unexpected as a plaintiff's class action lawyer? Having another plaintiff lawyer come in representing 75,000 of your proposed class and obliterate your class certification motion, the most important motion in class action cases." Yeah, so what's happening here today on this motion is the most important thing most in the class action case. So that's what they're going through today. And so again, you've got your handful of people, you say you want to represent all these other XRP holders, and then over 75,000 show up represented by attorney John Deaton, like, nope. So I just, I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't see how this goes well for the Zakhanov crew. Shouldn't this just be put to bed here after today? I mean, I would sure as hell hope so, but I don't pretend to know for sure what's going to happen here. But, oh, crazy stuff. It's good to be on the right side of history, don't you think here? I think it's fantastic to be on the right side of history. Okay, I'll go ahead and wrap up here, though. At some point, we'll have an update, so I'll be talking about this in a future video, I know, but this is where we're at for now. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.